We just got back from Raw, everyone.
Well, not just back. We went.
We took a little side trip because some guy at some restaurant that we went to before Raw said he worked at another bar that he said that the wrestlers sometimes go to.
And got shit-faced.
So we decided to go over there, and then we couldn't even last 30 minutes there because we're apparently old.
And it was kind of shady.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not as worse as it could possibly be.
Yeah. I've been to shadier, but it wasn't comfortable by any means of the imagination.
I mean, 2 white girls, and I don't mean this racist, but in a heavily Hispanic populated city.
Yeah.
I don't know, some of them,
I've been.
They seem kind of more like wannabe gangster type people.
I mean,
it's my opinion.
It was kind of shady. I mean, I've been sadly not proudly to shadier bars. On the job, we went to a bar where it was mostly populated by skinheads. That if one sat down and told you the most racist shit you've ever seen, you go, "Yes, sir," and finish your drink, finish it quickly, and you leave before he decides to stab you in the neck because you like black people. So yeah.
I didn't even know people like that still existed.
I know, they're in the backwoods. Anywho, so we're going to talk about Raw a little bit.
Where's our notes?
Fuck, I don't know where our notes are. Where are our notes?
I gave them to you.
Hang on, let's go see. Where are our notes? Notes, where are you? Alright, here's like part of our notes, right here. Yes, we wrote them on a napkin at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And they're manga style, you read from this side to this side.
You're welcome.
So we're going to start. Dee has Kane promo as blah blah blah.
Don't get me wrong, when I put the blah blah blah, it was very
scary.
Go get 'em, scary kind of, but at the same time, it's like, you're talking too much, I can't pay attention.
I was a little drunk by that point, so I really couldn't pay attention.
I had to keep reminding her there are small children nearby.
I kept saying the F word.
Keep the F word to a minimum.
Yeah, that didn't help, did it?
No.
There was an adorable child in front of us,
So
which
adorable.
we'll mention here in the next match. After Kane's promo, John Cena came out. Dee will have to tell you about that because I went to go take a piss.
And to get a drink. Don't lie.
And
Can't leave that part out.
No, I went and got a drink, came back, and then went to take a piss.
Right. Well, okay, right as soon as she left, John Cena came out.
And they fought in the parking lot.
They fought in the ring. They fought outside the ring. They fought down backstage behind the thing. And then they fought in the parking lot. And I swore it was right next to my car, which we should have taken a picture for my car park. Oh, wait, we kind of did. Kind of.
We may have a picture for you.
We have a little clip of the video. I forgot about it.
I just have a question. Why were there 2 parking lot attacks? For the same person?
Well, actually, one of them was Kane attacking Ryder, and then
Cena
saving Ryder, but then getting attacked. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of...
What happened to the end of the first brawl? Somebody get like... Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Alright. Anyways, any opinions on this Kane-John Cena feud?
I know what somebody's opinion is.
What?
He doesn't like any part of it.
Oh, okay.
But I may not like what's actually happening, but I do have to say the video packages are pretty cool.
The video packages are pretty cool, and it's a nice little veer off from the bullshit storyline with Cena and The Rock that I've been hating. Yeah. Where, like, The Rock will say that Cena has lady parts, and Cena's like, "That's funny, Rock." Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it made me so mad. I'm like, dude, you're in a company where they're trying to stop bullying. Yeah. Don't be a pussy, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next we had Santino.
I had something I was gonna say, and I totally, completely forgot what it was.
I'm sure it'll come back. We had Santino and Sheamus versus Wade Barrett and Jinder Mahal. The only notes that we have for this match are that Wade Barrett is hot, and the little child in front of us was adorable.
It was so adorable. I have pictures pretty much throughout the whole show. Once Sheamus came out, he was all like this.
He'd do the little thing, the little stretch thing.
And it was so cute because he was so little.
And he has a little cute little faux hawk, and it was adorable.
Yeah, it was adorable. And she was drunk, and I was kind of slightly on a not as drunk, but still.
I wasn't drunk, but I was feeling good.
I was still pretty happy, and I was like, the hotness is really all I can think about right now.
So we've seen Wade Barrett in person, right next to us.
His shoulder, me standing, is like here.
I don't even make it that far. But yeah, so he was adorable, and Wade Barrett was hot. Then we have
Santino and Sheamus won.
Yeah, Santino and Sheamus won. Yay for them. Miz has his paranoia about R-Truth in the back. He's trying to find people to protect him.
Which is weird because he's
a former Here's what I wanted to say in a video that I did not make because
it's so complicated and you'd have to shoot it and then convert it and then edit it and then upload it and then who wants to take the time to do all of that?
Exactly. Alright, so my problem with Miz and a lot of former WWE/heavyweight champions is that afterwards they're not portrayed as such.
Yeah.
Like this guy, Miz, got to the pinnacle of the WWE. He won the WWE Championship, and yet he's not portrayed like a former WWE champion. You know who actually, one of the few people who is portrayed like a former WWE champion is Sheamus. Look at his matches and how well he does in his matches, and he puts up a fight. I believe that Sheamus is... Now, I will be corrected. Please add other people if you can think of them. Right now, in my mind, Sheamus is the only one that I can think, wow, that guy is a former WWE champion. If somebody's going up against Sheamus, they're like, fuck, this guy is a former WWE champion.
The only problem I have with, okay, I would say Sheamus is probably one of the more legit belt winners. Whereas Miz is not.
Yeah.
Mostly because he cheaped his way into cashing in the Money in the Bank, won the belt. What heel doesn't do that?
I know, it's so fucking annoying now.
But then you get to WrestleMania last year, where he's overshadowed the entire time because of The Rock. Not only was it that, is that when it came time to his match, he was the only way he won was because The Rock came out and rock bottomed John Cena, and then he was able to take the
steal the pin.
And so he never legitimized his title reign.
Yeah, and that makes the title itself look bad.
Yeah. So I mean, at that point, I also have the hard time feeling yes, I see him in everything from commercials, which he's gonna be in Psych whenever it comes back on. I'm excited. And whatever else he's on. But at the same time, it's how can you call yourself awesome when you can't even say you won the title on your own?
There's our opinions on that.
I mean, I have nothing against The Miz.
I like The Miz.
The Miz is hot.
I really wish The Miz would look more like a former WWE champion.
No, I totally agree.
But he doesn't. I think the only one that does right now is Sheamus.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Miz. Great Khali is a former heavyweight champion. Who else can I think of? There's a lot of people that have been former champions. Alberto Del Rio.
I wouldn't count him.
Anyways.
Whatever.
Let's move on to what...
That's probably a different topic altogether.
Let's move on to what is actually important for tonight, is that Edge was announced for the Hall of Fame, inductee for the 2011 Hall of Fame.
I approve.
I approve. A lot of people may say it's too soon.
And which I saw one post on Facebook. I don't know if he would mind if I...
He didn't care.
With Johnny, he said that he thinks it's too soon. And, I mean, that's your opinion. You can have it. I personally think that since
the suddenness of his leaving.
The suddenness of his leaving and the fact that if he didn't leave, it could have been a life or death situation. It kind of grants him the like, you've put your life on the line for this company for however many years. I don't even know.
Longer than we've been watching.
A lot longer than I've ever watched. And to suddenly have to end it because of it, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Which is what I had to tell her, because she's like, before Jericho, I don't know. I was like, well, think of it this way.
Jericho's still wrestling.
Yeah, Jericho is still capable of wrestling. He's still in the business, so technically he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame since he's still wrestling.
Although technically Ric Flair was in the Hall of Fame when he was still wrestling, but he only had one more match after that.
Well,
so I will still concede the point.
The way I see it is like they should be in the Hall of Fame once their
done.
Career is finished. That's when they should be in the Hall of Fame. And
that's what they did for Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
That's what they did for Steve Austin. That's what they did for all of them. And Rock's still wrestling too, which was the point Johnny was making, is that he thinks The Rock is going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, and he thinks Rock. And granted, I think maybe Rock should have been inducted before Edge, but Rock is still wrestling.
I didn't quite realize that he hadn't been inducted, but
yeah, he inducted his father and his grandfather.
I would see Johnny's point of The Rock should be still in it, but at the same time, since he's coming back, I can also see why they haven't yet.
And there's always time.
But since Edge is no longer physically capable, of wrestling ever,
and Edge deserves.
Yeah,
he deserves it. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's just nobody's saying that he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I think a lot of people are saying it's too soon. I don't think it's too soon.
I don't think so either.
I think with how suddenly he left, it just fits.
Yeah, it fits.
It fits.
I mean, Shawn Michaels was inducted the year after he
retired. Yes.
Why is this any different?
So I totally approve of Edge. I know that there's a kid in Texas
Garland, Texas,
that is probably exhausted from lack of bodily fluids. You guys go to sleep with that image in your head.
I was gonna say in both areas.
Next we have more Miz bullshit, where he's still he keeps asking people if they'll protect him.
Yeah.
Then Zack Ryder asks Eve out on a date.
As I put Kissing, which I doubt you can read. Aww.
It's so cute. Next we have Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. It was a very short match.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was good.
It was good.
Good match. Then
Daniel Bryan got Kofi to tap out.
That's what a world heavyweight champion needs to do.
Yeah.
Then Big Show came out, basically to talk about how Bryan won the match last Friday night. And Bryan kind of cuts him off and says, I didn't like how that match ended. You can have a rematch whenever you want. And Big Show says, good, because Teddy Long says we're going to have a match next Friday night, and it's going to be no disqualification. And Bryan kind of looks like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, we think he's kind of doing the CM Punk, I'm walking on the borderline of face heel.
I think he's totally going to turn heel.
Yeah, well, I do too.
And the worst kind of heel, too, the squirmy little weasel out of everything heel that I fucking hate, because everybody's that fucking heel now.
Yeah.
This might have to be 2 videos.
Okay. I mean, because I still have pictures to put.
Yeah.
I can do the pictures separately, I guess.
So yeah, we had that. I don't like Daniel Bryan turning squirmy,
I don't either.
weaselly heel. I don't like it at all. But what do I know?